What's going on YouTube? Cliff here. Today we're gonna be working on a 2014 Ultra Classic. Gonna be showing you how to take both wheels off and on. So stay tuned and hopefully you learn something. All right, let's take a quick look at the bike that we're working on today. Customer was nice enough to take the bags off for me. So let's get started. I'll show you how to get this done, alright? Alright guys, I do want to apologize if there's any wind noise or any vibration noise. It is Texas and it's 100 degrees outside, so I got the AC and the fan blowing. But let's get started on this guy. First thing I do is obviously take the saddlebags off. I'm going to take this right side cover off. And just pull, give it a little wiggling and pop it out. Alright. And sometimes there's a clip right here if you have ABS that holds the sensor and the brake hose together. Apparently it's gone. Take a flathead screwdriver. Try it a little bit better. Let's twist this off. Take your safety clip off. Then, if you even notice, there's a bracket right here for the guy's rear shock. It's a lowering bracket. So, yeah, we're gonna deal with that today. What am I getting here? We'll take the caliper bolts off. So, take our 8mm. Is it 8? Yeah, 8mm. Loosen these up. I don't take the caliper out just yet. Now, normally, normal ride height, this would probably be behind this exhaust. So what I would do is, on both sides of the swing arm, I would take out the bottom bolt of the shock and then lower the bike to where it's about where it is now, and then you'd be able to get your socket to it, which is a 36mm. There we go. Sometimes if that washer doesn't want to come off, you grab a rubber mallet. As you tap the axle out, it should loosen up. There we go. Get that about flush. Now, we're going to take the caliper out. You want to lift it up. I usually slide it back a little bit and then kind of twist it to open the brake pads up. And then you should be able to roll it out. There we go. Then I'll take a Crown Royal bag and stick it in there. Keep it from banging and scratching on stuff. Alright, let's go back. Let's go to the other side. As you can see here, your axle's coming out, but it's going to hit your bar here. So I am going to have to basically take this bolt out, see if it's the same size as the caliper, which I doubt it. Yeah, it's a little bit bigger. Come back. Alright guys, this one, I mean, I tell you, but it probably doesn't pertain to you, is a 3/8 Allen. Make sure it's in there. There it goes. I'm going to take my 1/2 inch socket and loosen up, take off the hanger for the exhaust. What you can do is push down on the exhaust a little bit, move it out the way. Give you a little bit bigger gap. Now we're going to lift the bike up. I've already taken the other side off. So, pull this out. Now, if you're just barely going to clear this thing, you can lift it up, rock the bike a little bit. Now, you want to hold the swing on because it could drop on you. Raise it up or lower it down. You get this spacer out. Roll the wheels forward. Take your belt off. There we go. Now let's go back to the other side. All right, back on this side. If you have ABS, your sensor more likely is already fallen. If you don't have it, you'll just have a spacer and it's probably fallen down already. So I was going to take this bracket off. It just pulls off. A little slot pulls off this ledge. And then, just as a temporary, you get one of your shock bolts and just thread it in a few so the swing arm doesn't move on you where you don't need it. There we go. I'm going to jack the bike up. Right, back you guys up. Probably don't have to go as high, but what you do is take the bottom, kick it out. Kick it out. Hold out. Take our drive hub off. Our isolators. And we're going to do the front. Alright. First thing we're going to do, take our axle nut off, which is a 24 millimeter. Ooh. A little snug on this one. Ah, someone put Loctite on it. You don't need Loctite. At least they put blue. I don't know if you can see the color on there. At least they put blue. The washer. Next. Oh, come on. A 10 millimeter 12 point. Gotta be 12 point. Has to be a 10 millimeter. Caliper bolts. Before you take the last one out, hold the caliper. Don't want it to fall and ding your fender. Drop it down, then twist it open the pads, kind of roll it out. Again, Crown Royal bag, slip it in, cinch it up. Let's go to the other side. Alright, now, same thing here. Hold the caliper up. Drop it down. Twist it open. Twist it out. Oh my goodness. Ground bag. Slip it in. There you go. Alright. Next. Here. 6mm. This is your actual pinch bolt. It clamps on it. Make sure that Allen's in there good. So we just gotta loosen this one up a little bit. Whoa. See that? What I did is I kind of lifted up on the bike to kind of simulate what would happen if I take the weight of the wheel off. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that at all. It's quite bouncy. What you see I've done is taken a strap to the crash bar and hooked it down to a mount on the floor. So if the bike decides to, once this weight drops off the bike, in case the bike wants to, shift on it. So we're on the last step. Just take your rubber mallet, tap out the axle. Twist it out. See, now this has got a little bit more tension on it. And usually what I do is either lift the bike up high enough, or if you twist the front, then kind of the same thing like you did the back. Just strapped up against the leg. There we go. Anyways, we'll change these tires and come back and show you how to put them on. Alrighty, we're back. Oh, real. Now, first thing you need to do before you put your wheel back on is check your rotation. Now this wheel is easy to determine which way it goes because you got a non-ABS sensor and an ABS sensor. Pretty easy. So we're going the correct way. I suggest marking the rotors with an arrow if you don't have ABS. So make your life a little easier. Also, this way you check it when you leave the shop before you leave wherever you have the tires changed. What are you doing? Yeah. Alright, you're gonna roll the wheel in. And take our axle, clean it off. And put some lube on it. Take our spacer. It's the same for both sides if you don't have ABS, but see the grooves? They face outward. I don't know why. That's just what it says in the Harley service manual. So, what I'm going to do is now you can lower the bike to get it almost lined up. But since my bike's doing some balancing act, I'm not going to do that. Take my spacer, stick it in there, press it up against the side of the fork, come in with my axle, get started, sensors going through the other thing. There we go. Caliper on. Check our brake pads. Pretty good. We're about a third, 2/3 left towards the bottom. Another reason for spreading them open is it makes it a lot easier to get back on. Get started here. Use down. If you don't notice, the strap has a lot more slack in it because I put the weight on the front. So I feel comfortable taking this off since I don't plan on taking the front wheel mat off. So let's get this out of my way. Alright, let's go to the other side. Alright, we're gonna get our caliper started on this side as well. Check our brake pads, looking the same. Now, get it up where it needs to be, then you got this little, for your ABS sensor if you have it, you got this cable guide, wire guide, where it says ABS, that should be up top. Okay? Grab your hardware, get it started, there we go. Get it started. Now, take our axle nut and washer. Don't need Loctite. This nut, if you look at it, this end of it is kind of, it's been pinched. So it's a little oval out. And when it gets to it, it kind of squeezes down on the threads of the axle. So you don't need Loctite. Alright. Put that on there. The first thing I'm going to do is your sensor, if you have it, is push it up. So counterclockwise till it stops. You don't want it down like this. You want it up like that until it stops. Get yourself a screwdriver. There's a hole on the other side of the axle. You want that parallel with the ground. You want to hold the axle from rotating. There we go. Then an Allen bolt at 6 millimeters, just going to tighten that down. Doesn't need to be super tight. If you want to know your torque specs, you need to look them up yourself. They're not that hard to find. Tighten up my caliper on this side. There we go. Give it a spin. Pump the brakes up. There we go. Let's do the rear. Alright, let's do the rear. First thing again, check your rotation. Rear is easy. Drive sides. Then check the rotation. Again, before you leave the shop. Put our drive isolator bushings in. Get our drive hub in. Same way we took it out. Start to lower the light. let's go to the other side. Work on that. Alright guys. Well, first thing we do is go to the other side. Should have done already. Take out that bolt that holds the swing arm. There we go. Take our belt, get it on. Get it on. And take our spacer. The swing arm's kind of stiff so I can stay where I need it. Okay. And then I've already cleaned and lubed my axle with anti-seize. Get it started. I do have a hammer. Alright. Kind of get that started. At least past this lower support. Now let's go to the other side. Back on this side. Set our caliper off to the side for a sec. Now make sure your sensor is just kind of hanging here. You need it there. And then you take this slot, kind of right on the guide there. Okay? Oh, shit. Then take our sensor. Oh, I'll show you. Kind of like the front wheel. If you want, that sensor needs to rotate up against this. So where the wire's coming out of, it needs to go up. Okay. So you would turn it counterclockwise on this one as well, if you have ABS. Just wiggle that ABS sensor in there. There it goes. And then again, the end of it, where the wire comes into, you want to spin it up against the bracket here, the caliper bracket. Now let's finish sliding our axle in. Get our caliper out the way, check the pads, pretty good. Again, roll it on. Get our caliper bolts, get them started. Now if you had the clip, this bike's missing, if you had a clip that went right here, you would want to clip it on and have it pressed up against the metal crimp of the hose here. Where the manual says to put it, so that's what I do. We're going to lower the bike a little bit. Let's see if we can't get these bolts started. There we go. Take your cam washer, there's a D slot in it. We'll see where that goes on the axle. Just slips over your axle nut. That's started. Now it's your last chance to kind of make sure that sensor's pushed up. This way it's not too much tension on that, on your cable. What we're going to do here is tighten down the axle, but just snug. Just snug. Doesn't need to be super tight. Then just going to tighten this on. other side. Alright, we're going to see if we can't get this bolt started. That garbage out the way. You're going to want to rotate your axle on this side counterclockwise. I am totally off on my directions here. I'm going to have to use my socket. You're going to have to turn it clockwise so that the cam washer pushes off this lug. And then watch the wheel start to go back, and then it'll tighten your wheel up, or your belt up. Okay, the belt's just a little snug. I need to get the wheel off the ground, so just a little bit. Alright. So, once you get the belt snug, rotate the wheel forward. What you gotta do is you're gonna kind of even out the tension in the belt. You guys are kind of in the way. Oh. Check my belt tension. Whoops. That's a little much. That's kind of where I want it. Double check. Yep. Now the reason you snug the nut on the other side is so this doesn't just spin and move all willy-nilly. So then, I'm going to take my socket, put it on the nut end, and then I'm going to take a 36mm wrench, put it on this end, and we'll keep that axle from spinning. As I tighten down the nut. Spin it again. Check your belt tension. Now if it's a little loose, you can probably turn this just a little bit, but if it's too tight, you're going to have to loosen it back up and start over. But if the belt's just a little loose, you can, like I said, you'll be able to turn that just a littlest bit. And then when we head to the other side, do our exhaust mount. Alright, now, let's go to the other first thing. Put our safety clip on. Spins good. And take our 8mm, tighten these bolts up. There we go. Pump our brakes up. Check for rotation. Brake. Double check, make sure we tighten everything front and back. Take it for a spin, put your covers and bags back on, and we'll take for a spin. And yeah, there you go, YouTube. 2014 Ultra Classic, both wheels removed and installed my way, which I say is the best way, at least the easiest way. So anyways, if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up, comment down below if you don't like what I see, but be gentle, or if you have any questions, and then make sure you subscribe. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Alright, adios.